He steps inside a 17th century chateau, abandoned with almost everything still inside. One explorer, dozens of forgotten rooms, and centuries of secrets hidden behind the walls. Room after room reveals how an aristocratic family once lived. Watch Lesley uncover the objects they left behind. He opens hidden doors leading to a second world built out of sight. Forgotten machines reveal how this enormous estate once worked. The cellar remains filled with forgotten treasures, but every new discovery takes him deeper into a building that is falling apart, and some dangers are still very much alive. Behind the chateau's luxury lies a hidden story of servants, survival, and decay, and every door Lesley opens brings that lost world back to life.
This documentary will give you a glimpse behind the walls of a dormant 17th century castle. Family found its origin in the 14th century when they first started to occupy this region of France. Nowadays, not many people of the Lewis family are left behind. The last person living in this place was Mrs. Anne-Louis.
Lesley is exploring an abandoned 17th century chateau in France. Behind its formal rooms, much of the family's furniture and personal belongings still remains in place.
I'm Lesley, and today we are exploring another memorable abandoned castle in France. The first thing I want to show you in this place is the grand front entrance, one of the most important parts of the castle. The people that once built it wanted to get this part of the castle exactly right, because this is the first impression what people get when they come into your place. And in here, they did a fantastic job. I was astonished when I first ventured through the doors. It's very unfortunate to see places like these deteriorate in time. But this, everybody, was the grand entrance. The important people would be allowed to go through over this stairway to the top and inside of the castle. But first, let's have a look inside. Chandelier above us. Wow, I have to show you this room in great detail. Look at these tapestries on the wall, these rugs that they hang up, this brown color. I just adore it.
In rooms like this, wall tapestries did more than display wealth. Their heavy fabric softened echoes and helped reduce the cold coming from the bare stone walls.
Probably from a castle as this one. Just painting, just sitting here, being devoured. Use it so you cannot spill anything. Beautiful upholstery over it. And that leaves us with two options. Left into the dining area, or right into the leisure area. I'm gonna choose left. Let's venture in there.
The next room reveals how formal meals were separated from the hidden service areas behind the wall.
Just take it in, this astonishing dining area that we just ended up in. And this one has even more tapestries on the wall. This is so different from a manor or a house, because these people would be served by servants. Wow. Table. And these are all some of the upholstery chairs, but still very nice. Now we have this cabinet here in the room with the weapon shield of the people in the crown of it. That's just fascinating. Then you know you're rich, when you can let people make your own furniture. Wow. Soup tureen. Just always looking through these cabinets to see if I can see anything interesting, especially in these places. Have a look at the teapot that's left here. Isn't that just a fascinating piece? Wow, I just adore it. Of course, they had some Delft plates.
These blue and white plates follow the Delft style, developed in the Netherlands as European demand for Chinese porcelain grew. Their elegant designs became popular decorations in wealthy European homes.
And then, of course, we are in France, and France always hosts their built-in cabinets. This one seemed to be locked, but these were the plates that were used when the people had dinner. All left here to gather dust, but back in the day, they would serve for great memories. Wow. Okay, let's close this beauty up. Let's go further. Then we have this little sitting area. Do you see what I see? You probably, yeah, maybe you see it, but there's a hidden door here, everybody. Wow. Leading to the servants' quarter. This is very typical for these places because servants would sleep separately and would live separately from the owners of these castles. They sometimes didn't even want to see these people because they were not on the same level as them. Let's have a look. Here must be the kitchen. Yes, and it is. And of course the basement where the owners of this place also did not come back in the day. See some more newspapers. Oh yes, here we see a date, the 19th of Augustus 2010. One of the last newspapers, one of the last dates in this place. Here the servants would cook up the food for the owners of the castle. We will venture into the basement later in the video. This, to my opinion, is one of the most beautiful wall carpets in this entire house. Warrior, I think, is looking towards the girl. And the horse besides them, and just the quality on it is fascinating. How much is worth? We have this wonderful knight depicted here on this little box, and they could bring it out.
This is a fitted traveling liquor case. Its wooden box protected the glass decanters during journeys, allowing drinks to be safely carried and served away from home.
Oh? Guess what? I just saw another hidden door. This one was quite invisible to me, but it seems to be completely locked up. Unfortunately. We will find out where it leads later on in the video. To the leisure part of the house. The sitting area, the living area, however you want to call it, where the people probably spend the most time. At first, this little room looks like a big mess, but it's actually not. When I go over to this side, you can see a magnificent piano area, a grand wing piano in the middle of the room. It is just amazing. Let's see if it still plays. Wow, still plays after all these years. And this one is from 1955, made in Paris. Pleyel. All scattered over the walls.
This is Madame de Maintenon, who began as governess to Louis XIV's children and later became the French king's secret wife.
Little dog at her lap. A royal lady. With a fan in her hand. A display cabinet underneath. Let's see what's in here. Good day. Wow. Close this one gently. And then have a look at this side of the room. That's a complete mess, everybody. Sofa, an upholstered red sofa with matching pillows. Let me show it in great detail. Wow. I think leads us to the tower of the castle. But first, have a look up here. We have another one of those worked-in paintings. Yes, and here we wander into the library that's in the tower of the castle. A round library like you see it in the movies. Wow. This is just amazing to see. It's very surreal to be in here. Here the people used to come back in the day. And here to the side you can see how long this place has been abandoned. Spider webs are completely taking it over. If I go further to the last room of the downstairs, there are two more things that I forgot to show you just a moment ago. But we have this stroller here in the corner of the room. Let me turn on the light that you can see it a little bit better in detail, because it's actually a very fascinating one. A very old one as well, with very big steel wheels. Again, a very vintage one. Wow. And this one has these wooden wheels that you would also see in horse carriages. And probably real horsehair in the tail of it. This room here to the left we have already seen. This was the pool area and the leisure area. But now it's time to see what's on this side. I myself have not been in here, so I'm quite excited to see what this one has to behold. Oh, everybody, look over here. This was the door that leads to the dining area, the other secret door that we just filmed, but it's completely locked up now. Oh, this is a welcome, welcome. Oh my God! Look at this!
The purpose of the second hidden door is finally clear. It connected the grand salon directly to this private bedroom, providing a discreet route between the two rooms.
Look at this bed. Beautiful crown molding. It's not crown molding, it's like woodwork.
This room's ground floor position near the hidden passage made this private room easier to reach.
And then we have this wonderful painting hanging above the bed. Above these doorways we also have paintings worked into the wall. You only see this in castles, never in manors, never in villas. And also only in France. Oh, what's this?
Unlike the decorative rooms, this space appears to have been used for records and paperwork. The maps, books, and scattered documents make it feel more like a small family archive.
Walking on a rug made from a polar bear or something like that. There's this white fur. Oh my God. And everything in this room has been thought of. It has been completely designed for this room only. Wow. A marble fireplace underneath. Vases that have been worked into the side of the fireplace here. On the painting and a castle above it.
The two separate staircases meet here, bringing both roofs together on the private upper floor.
The stairway is also very fascinating, and it takes us up to the top floor.
This reusable mechanical calendar could be updated by rotating its numbered sections, allowing the owner to change the date without replacing a paper calendar.
Over here the stairway joins together and makes a big one again. And we are greeted by this cabinet over here. Ooh, and the jackets of Anne-Louis are still in here. Wow, you can see our bond, her jackets. And even here to the side of the cabinet, we have a red raincoat. Wow, look at the keys that are hidden inside of it.
Several old keys are still hidden among the clothes, but the doors they once opened remain unknown.
And let's go further on the top floor. This one seems to be locked up, unfortunately. A painting here to the side.
Unlike the formal rooms below, this bedroom preserves the most personal traces of the family. The toys and unfinished puzzles make it feel like a childhood abruptly paused in time.
Car over here says 6 on the front, and then a toy steam-powered machine. Wow. And even the plushy bears, the teddy bears of the child, are still lying here after all these years. That is, wow. Flower wallpaper, that reveal his little area where he kept his puzzles, his wallpapers, his posters, everything still in there. Blue accents. What a piece, everybody. What a piece. And then the fireplace underneath with a bellow on top. It says Argos on the front of it.
The fireplace bellows forced extra air into the flames, helping a weak fire burn hotter and faster.
Then it seems like we have one last bedroom. Oh my god. Another bedroom built into the wall. It's beautiful wallpaper on it. Again, probably a child's bed because it's very tiny. Still made after those years. And typically French, as you can see. Just take it in, everybody. Take this beauty in. Gold-plated. And even this painting on top of it of a few girls sitting at the lake, feeding this. A face mask. This one is less fancy, but it seems to be, it has Arabic inscripts on it, as you can see on the sides of it. I don't know exactly if it's Arabic or if it's Egyptian, but it's somewhere from that part of the world. What this side has to reveal, everybody. Ooh. A little bit less fancy than the other side, but definitely not yet for the workers. Still, I think these would be guests' bedrooms. When guests came over there, you had some place to sleep them. We have like this built-in cabinet, and then they have like this little washing area with a chamber pot underneath. The predecessor of the bidet. This is another, oh, this is another bathroom, but it's again in the tower of the castle. The paws, a bathtub with paws underneath, paw claws. Wow.
Even the private bathroom had to adapt to the tower's curved walls. The fixtures were fitted into a space that was never designed like a modern rectangular room.
This stairway. Winding staircase to the top floor. And you can unfortunately already see.
Until now, much of the chateau has remained surprisingly intact. But in this section, deep cracks, exposed beams, and collapsed surfaces reveal the building's structural decline.
Some sort of a top floor. Looks very unstable to me. Oh my god. Here you can truly see the decay of the castle. It needs a lot of renovation work to be ever used again. Ooh. Let's go first here to the right. We have this bicycle laying here on its top.
These early electrical controls allowed separate circuits to be switched from one panel. Their exposed components belong to a much earlier stage of domestic electrification than the sealed systems used today.
You gotta have a wine cellar in a castle. Very important, my friends, my dear viewers. And still some bottles of wine left here. And they're all still filled with wine. That's just totally amazing. Attributes for the horses. You put your shoes in when you're riding a horse. All the different things to hook up the horse. Or some bowling pins we have laying here on the floor. Oh, these are fascinating. These you would throw like this, and then you would knock down these pins in a game of old school bowling. Room here, that's a food storage area. Of course, you would keep the food in the basement because it's very cool in here.
Before electric refrigerators became common, large houses relied on cool, dark storage rooms like this. Thick walls and limited sunlight helped food last longer. The number 1923 is still visible here.
It's just fascinating. It says May of 1923 on there.
The route now reconnects with the service side, revealing that the hidden doors upstairs were part of a much larger circulation system.
As you can see, these are very empty, these rooms, but these were storage areas. for the food and everything.
This kitchen was built far beyond the needs of a single family meal. Its enormous stoves and work surfaces suggest a team of servants preparing food for large gatherings throughout the chateau.
An enormous stove underneath an exhauster. Very beautiful French wood stove.
This is a dumbwaiter, a small service lift used to move dishes, food, and supplies between floors. It allowed servants to reach the formal rooms quickly without carrying every load through the main staircases.
Wow, what a find. See a stairway over here? And I think this is what leads us to probably the servants' area. Whoa, there's like a bee's nest in here. Lots of bees flying around. Okay, I'm gonna leave this room behind. No need for me to be in there.
These rooms are noticeably simpler than the family bedrooms upstairs. 2 plain beds, a small stove, and very little decoration showed the more practical living conditions provided for the chateau's staff.
Or a door, I guess you can call it. Over here, wow. But also I want to give you...
Inside the same chateau, only a few corridors separated 2 very different standards of living, ornate private rooms for the family and purely functional spaces for the staff.
Up the tower. Oh my god. The decay in this room is very present. Look at this. All these pictures of these people left here. I love the setup that we have here in front of us. There's enormous bookcases on the side of it. There's Jeroen joining me. And we have this train car, this train railroad track for the children that used to sleep, that used to live.
The photographs give the abandoned rooms a human connection, preserving faces even when their exact identities are no longer certain. The toy train and miniature castle were made to recreate an adult world at a child's scale, turning the estate's buildings and machines into objects of play.
Staircase to the top floor. Ooh, we're coming into the tower of the castle right now. Okay. There's a water tank up here.
Placing a water tank high inside the tower allowed gravity to push water down through the pipes.
Oh, this doesn't seem like something that I want to walk on. No way, I'm gonna walk on this. Okay, let me now take you outside, show you the outside of the castle and the horse.
From outside, the contrast is just as clear. The chateau's formal facade was designed to impress, while the rougher section appears to belong to the service side that supported life behind the main rooms.
We've been inside of this enormous castle. What a place. I truly enjoyed this exploration.
From the outside, this chateau looks like a single grand residence, but behind its decorated rooms was another hidden world of servants' corridors, food lifts, storage rooms, and water systems. Together, they reveal not only how the family lived, but the enormous amount of work required to make that life possible.